Hello and welcome to Message in a Moment. Today, the moment I'd like to spend with you is concerning getting started. In order to get anywhere in life, you got to start. You have to realize I'm not really where I want to be, so I want to start. I want to put one foot in front of the other until I leave where I am and start to where I'm going to end up. So the question I'd like to bring to you today is, what are you doing with what you have? So many of us, we always have this idea, if I could just have that, I could get started. If I could just have something, I could do something else. Well, let's do this. Let's make a decision to decide to start with what we have, and then we'll go on to what God has for us. The book 2 Kings, chapter 4, verses 1 through 7, tells a story of how a widow who was the wife of a prophet who had died comes to Elisha and says to him, "Your prophet, my husband, is dead. He left me with 2 children and no money to live on. What are we going to do?" I love that question. What are we going to do? And so Elisha says to her, a powerful question, "What do you have in your house?" And she said, "Well, I don't have anything in my house except a little oil." And Elisha said to her, "Go and borrow all the vessels you can find and close the door and start pouring that little wine, that little oil that you have into those vessels." And so the widow had her sons to go into all the neighborhood, borrow all the vessels that she could find. And she closed the door with her 2 boys and started pouring oil from the little vial of oil that she had. And the Bible says she poured and kept pouring and kept pouring until she filled every vessel that the sons had borrowed. And then she said to her boys, "Go get me some more vessels." She was loving what she was doing. "Get me some more vessels." And they said, "Mother, we have found all the vessels that we could. There are no more to find." So she went to the prophet and said, "What am I going to do?" He said, "Take the oil that you have, pay off all your indebtedness, and then live on the rest of it." Isn't that an interesting story? Well, let me ask you this now again. What do you have in your house? Instead of desiring some big something, why don't you just start with the small things that you have? Be faithful with what you have, and God will give you more. Until tomorrow, God bless you is my prayer.